Hello, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to do a video out of Kappa's adult coloring book titled Winter Season, Designs to Color. I'm going to sort of divide the page in half this way, short ways. And what I like to do is do sort of a conventional look on one side of the page and then a non-conventional look on the other side. So we will see how it goes. These are shapes, so there's really no convention to these. It's really left up to your imagination. On one side, I think I'm going to do complementary colors. So let's begin. I'm going to make the middle of this circle, I'll make it the lighter color. Now while you're doing these colorings, you can either color in silence or you can put your favorite music on and listen to that as you color. We call them coloring books because they're similar to what children color with, but in the art world we still call this painting. I'm going to hold my pencil this way like I'm writing because I want to get right into that area. I don't want to color all over the lines. Now you can do this, or you can just, I was swapping back and forth, orange to blue, blue then orange to blue, or you can just come in and color every other one, because that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to color every other one that color. And sometimes I cheat. Alright, so orange, blue, orange, blue, orange. I'll come and make a mark so I know that's blue. Orange, I know that's blue, that's orange, and that'll be blue. See how I did that? And that way I'm not thinking about it. I'm just coloring. Now I'm just coloring. I'm making marks. I'm listening to the sound that the pencil makes as it touches the paper. Depends on the length of my mark that I'm making, it makes a different sound. But I want to stay in the lines. These other ones are orange. So everywhere there's no blue, I'm just going to come in and put orange. Without even thinking about it. I don't even have to think about it, because I did that up front. And if you are like me and it would really bother you if you did not do that correctly, then I would suggest mark it first. Because once you start coloring, you don't want to have to stop and think about, did I do that correctly? Was that the right thing? And then when you finish, you find out it wasn't correctly. So I don't want to really change this too much. I'm going to go back across this way because I see some marks that I didn't make the marks, the circular marks really smooth. So now I'm just going back and lightly doing that cross hatch, marks in one direction and then marks in the other direction. And now that looks much better than what it did before. I'm going to do the red and the green in the back because although this is winter, I don't want it to be too Christmassy. So I see the circle down here, but I can't, I will not be able to keep them straight coming up, so I'm going to paint them in the opposite direction. I'm going to put the green on the outside ring here. If I put the green on the outside ring, this section be opposite if I keep it like this. So when I see here the primary color was on the outside, and when I looked in here the secondary color was on the inside. So I'm going to swap this. Although I wanted that green, I'm going to make it red, keeping with this one that I have here. these lines tend to run together sometimes. For older eyes, I'll say that. Eyes that have been working a long time. So that's red, that's green. This is red, that's green. This is red, that's green. This is red. And then of course the center will be green. So now I just color those in. When I see red and green, I think of, other than thinking of Christmas, I'm going to put that red there. Other than thinking of Christmas, I think of trees, evergreens, and tree trunks. Because if you mix these complementary colors up together, they tend to be browns. So I have this going on here and there's nothing really popping out. So I'm going to make this darker. It just looks blah, 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 blah. And I don't want it to look like blah, blah, blah. Alright, and now I need the yellow and the purple. So again, in keeping with this, the secondary color will be in the middle here, which is the purple or violet, depends on what you want to call it. Grape, if it's drink or candy. Alright, so let's do this. That's yellow, this is purple. Yellow, purple, yellow, purple, yellow, purple. Yellow, purple. So I'm marking it so that all I have to do now is color it in. That's done. Now I'm going to come back and color it in. I have no idea what I'm going to do with the other side yet. Turn it that way because you can't see that. I'm painting by the light from the window. And I like to do that a lot because it gives you a truer color. When I turn that lamp on, it floods it with a different color light. I'm already darkening these. So while we're doing this, I could have turned on some sound. And that's the sound of rain. This yellow is so vibrant. I mean, extremely vibrant. So holding the pencil as if you're writing, you have to remember to apply less pressure. They look like the bottoms of cups. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what that is. So I'm going to go ahead and move over to this side. I have no idea what that is. Maybe a strange snowflake? Don't forget to turn that paper. Sometimes I amaze myself. I have no idea what I'm doing. And I mean, I have no idea. So let's see what we do with this thing, because I have no idea. Well, in looking at it, there's several different patterns on it. So if you want, you can just do each individual pattern. Like this. This is an every other one kind of pattern. Just go over there and mirror it on that side. Sometimes you can just get lost in There is no right or wrong way to do this. Remember, a lot of times you don't like it when you're doing it. It's when you come back to it later, you see it totally different. And when you see it differently, it tends to pop for you. It's a whole bunch of something going on. Alright, so on to the other side. This looks like that side, but I use the same primary, secondary colors. So over here, all primary, secondary colors. And on that side, I use different ones. And because I did that, I'm going to come through here and ignore some things. Let's see, what do I want to take out? There's all different patterns going on in here. And this one I'm doing this way feels the calmest of all of the patterns that I've done. Now I'm going to tell you what just happened. The colors on the outside of this are considered warm colors. Any colors with that of fire, red, orange, and yellow, are considered warm. The other colors are considered cool. Green, blue, and purple or violet are considered cool colors. You can always move them one way or the other. But for the most part, that's what happened. And I have the cool colors in the middle and the warm colors on the outside. So now I'm going to just color this with the red. This is red, orange, and yellow. It's so weird. The red and yellow gives you orange. The yellow and blue gives you the green. So I need to put a red on the inside because the blue and the violet will give you, or the blue and the red will give you a violet. And it is hard sometimes to get the different values in markers by applying pressure. So with that, you generally use a lighter or darker shade of the color that you're working with. I'm using black, gray, and white. Very strange, but as you look at it, it grows on you. It's strange. That's all I can say. It's strange. Things tend to grow on you when you do that. So I'm kind of looking at this inside, whether to split it. The strange became somewhat normal. Since this feels like the other than normal, and this feels like normal to me. It's so weird. There's so much going on in here, which is the same as those two, but there's so much going on in here till every time I come back and look at it, it's something different. And then for this other side, we are going to And I'm definitely not painting the background, okay? That's not happening. I really like the way this one turned out. So my two favorite ones on here is this one and that one. So weird. It's your choice how you color them. All right, thanks for joining me. Until next time.